What are we making today?
What are we making?
Keftedes. And should you want to spell it?
If you want to spell it, sure.
You don't need to write it if it's going to be on the internet now.
But I like to write that.
It's up
like
here.
That I know.
Keftedes.
Okay.
And because they would have taken too long for us to make them and eat them, I just kept a part of the mixture and I'll cook them now.
So,
Okay, what is your
a
mixture?
kefteda would be a Greek meatball.
What is the
Yes,
mixture?
it is.
But what is the mixture, Bonzo?
She's going to get there. She's going to get there.
The mixture is 1.5 pounds of beef, but you could use 1.5 pounds of meatloaf mixture, which is beef, veal, and pork. Because in Greece, the real beef almost doesn't exist. The cattle doesn't ever grow or up as much as it does in the United States, and it's mostly they use grown-up veal. So this is 1.5 pounds of beef, and my famous trick to make things juicy is to soak bread in milk and then add it to my ground beef. So I took 2 slices, thick slices of white bread, but not Wonder bread, a bread with some body to it. Soaked it in milk and added it to my ground beef.
Crusty bread, would you say?
Like
Crusty?
Italian?
No, I left the crust.
Italian?
No, crusty bread or
It's sort of sandwich bread, I would say.
Or sandwich bread?
not Wonder bread.
No, I make my own bread, so my bread has substance. But I
But
would,
if we don't have that, just what? Like a chopped rye bread, the
I
white
would
bread?
use an Italian bread.
Italian bread.
Italian
okay.
bread.
Italian bread.
And to that,
Forever.
I put 1 beaten egg, because Julia Child says that eggs are wild and should be tamed. And the way to tame an egg is to beat it.
Just like a child.
Well, that's what Julia Child said. And to that, I added a chopped onion and parsley. Now, my famous cousin...
Fresh parsley or
Fresh Italian parsley. And I put it in the food processor with the onion.
fresh parsley?
Fresh parsley. Italian, the wide-leafed parsley. My famous cousin Georgie, who used to make wonderful keftedes, used to put mint. But we used to have pots of mint outside of the kitchen and things didn't freeze. So we were able to use fresh mint. Parsley would be more useful to me. Then with the onion, when I chopped the onion, I put just 1 clove of garlic, because traditionally keftedes don't have garlic. But I love garlic, so I put garlic. And I squeeze the bread very dry. So we have beef, we have 2 thick slices of milk-soaked bread, 1 egg, and 1 onion.
A beaten egg.
A big egg.
Beaten egg.
A beaten egg.
Yes.
A beaten
Large,
egg.
large,
Yes.
large.
I think we are.
And salt and pepper.
Okay.
And I made it yesterday. Oh, and a quarter of a teaspoon, a quarter of a cup of ouzo.
Quarter of a cup.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I would say 1 tablespoon. It's easier. 1 tablespoon of ouzo. And salt and pepper. But I didn't salt it yesterday. I just salted it today, before I cooked it. Then I take the piece of meat and do this famous rolling,
Mhm.
which you use for the Greek cookies, keftedes, and dip it in flour. That's also salt and pepper, because the salt never seems to salt them all the way. And so there's that, and then there's this one. This is anybody who makes meatballs or cookies and they want round.
Or
you-
Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Did you put water in your hands before doing
Nothing,
that?
nothing. Oh, incidentally, I wash my hands, but not in soap, because then the keftedes would taste of soap. Okay? Or even use this alcohol wipes. They would taste of alcohol and not ouzo.
Your hands are infused with ouzo?
The cooking shows I watch very often, the chefs all say your best tool is your hands, and the cooks go into the food with their hands, and then they always say impeccably washed hands. Now this is olive oil, and I cooked my first batch earlier, so some of the fat, I used 80-20
Beef.
beef.
Yeah.
So some of the olive oil and some of the fat is that pan. If I were going to do these right now and we eat in half an hour, it's different because now I'm using them in a pan I used earlier. But you can do that. And in the cooking, it's a little different. Now they're going to cook for 3 minutes per side,
Okay.
because they don't really get fried. They're sautéed. And while we're warming the pan, these are my Greek potatoes. There.
No, but you're...
How much olive oil did you put at the beginning?
Well, I happen to have bought extra virgin.
Yeah, but how much did you put there?
Usually I use extra virgin only for salads and not to cook with.
Yeah, but when you put that before, because you said that they
Yeah,
have
that
the
was
fat
extra
a little
virgin.
bit. Yeah, but how much did you put?
Not much, just to
Just a little
no,
bit?
just a little bit, just a bit,
Oh,
just to cover
okay,
it.
that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. So when I get this, now these are the ones I made earlier. And to these, I'll add these to these,
Mhm.
and then I will put my oregano. Because if you put oregano now, and oregano gets cooked, it gets burnt, and it gets bitter. So I sprinkle the oregano
After the fact.
after they cook. And these are the potatoes that I'm warming. So here I will try a test one to see if this is hot enough. And it's got to sizzle a little bit. Is it sizzling?
Not yet.
Well, the pan is.
Yeah, it's starting to sizzle. And now I'm going to watch my clock. And one of the secrets is to not move them.
Really?
Nothing. Just leave it by itself. And I want to do them for 3 minutes.
Okay.
So here it says 2,
7, 3,
4, 5.
Okay, then after 3 minutes, because that's going to...
But without.
No, can you walk us through after the 3 minutes? You flip them and another
Yeah,
3
flip
minutes?
them
They're done?
for another 3 minutes.
Do you bake them after that, or you just put them in the pan?
Well, I am going to reheat everything because I did these earlier.
You put oregano on that? Do you put lemon juice on it?
No lemon.
No?
No. Now I will add these to these,
Right, I got it.
or I will add these to these, rather than heating them in the oven. And
In the
this,
same oil. Okay.
and this way, these get they're nice crisp. I won't call it a skin, but coating, because these, as you see, were dipped in.
Pretty high heat.
So, Bertha, what are we looking for now?
I got this.
Two more minutes. Two.
It was 3.
It was 5.